Welcome back to City Insider. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Manchester City Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Manchester City now want £32 million Chelsea player. Manchester City now want to sign Maatsen from Chelsea, who is refusing to pen a new contract at Stamford Bridge. According to 90 Minutes, the Dutchman was in the headlines on deadline day after Chelsea accepted a £31.5 million bid from Burnley. However, Maatsen did not want to return to Turf Moor, and he eventually stayed at Stamford Bridge. Despite that outcome, the Netherlands under-21 international's future at Chelsea remains highly uncertain. The Daily Mail believe Maatsen is having real doubts about signing a new long-term contract at Stamford Bridge, which is partly why Chelsea were nudging him to join Burnley. According to Miguel Delaney, that was also down to finances as well. Maatsen's departure would have netted Chelsea 100% profit on the deal, as he was produced in the academy. Purely from a footballing aspect, Mauricio Pochettino is said to be a huge fan of the Dutchman, according to Fabrizio Romano. Now, with all due respect to Burnley, a much better move could be on the horizon, as Manchester City take a look at the Chelsea academy graduate. 90 Minutes believe Pep Guardiola is keen to sign a new left-back, and a cut-price move appeals to the citizens as Maatsen is already in the final 12 months of his contract with Chelsea. Interestingly, there could soon be a twist in the Maatsen saga. 90 Minutes add that Chelsea are hopeful of reaching an agreement over a new contract shortly. So Manchester City's interest could prove to be short-lived. It would be fantastic news if Chelsea did convince the wonderkid to sign a new deal, as he is a tremendous talent. Be sure to keep an eye on this situation, as Maatsen's future remains up in the air. Micah Richards claims Man City treble winner cost him £1 million. Micah Richards missed out on £1 million after Scott Carson's error in England's infamous defeat to Croatia 16 years ago. The Three Lions memorably failed to qualify for Euro 2008 following a 3-2 defeat in their final qualifier against Croatia at Wembley. Steve McClaren's side only needed a draw to reach the tournament in Poland and Austria, but that point never came. England went 2 goals down after Carson fumbled Nico Kranjcar's tame effort into the net. They got back on level terms through Frank Lampard and Peter Crouch, but Mladen Petric's winner broke English hearts and ended the so-called golden generation. Richards played at right back that day and would have received a £1 million bonus from Manchester City if England qualified for Euro 2008. Yet that money never came thanks to Carson's error. With the goalkeeper now winning trophies galore at the Etihad, Richards made the revelation on The Rest is Football. He said, "The team we had that day, we didn't have Rio, Ferdinand, or John Terry. It was a mixed bag team. David Beckham was on the bench as well. It was all over the place, but we thought we could get a draw. That was terrible. I think my player rating after that game, at best, was a 2. But I blame Scott Carson. I blame him. I'm sorry. He's at Man City now, taking all the accolades, winning the treble, medal after medal, and he cost me £1 million. He cost me £1 million sterling. Not euros, not pesos, not francs. That was my bonus. Get to the Euros, have so many appearances for England, and you get more money on your contract at Man City." England were thought to be one of the strongest teams in Europe at the time, with many pundits backing them to win the 2006 World Cup in Germany. Yet they were dumped out by Portugal in the quarter-finals before their shock Euro 2008 failure. Erling Haaland versus Lionel Messi debate for Ballon d'Or has a clear winner. Lionel Messi is once again the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or after winning the World Cup. However, it could be argued that no player deserves to be called the best player on the planet more so than Erling Haaland. The Norwegian superstar was the catalyst for Manchester City's treble success, with the club collecting their first Champions League crown, having already won the FA Cup and the Premier League. On his mission to collect all 3 major trophies, Haaland was able to contribute an astonishing 52 goals for the club. He broke multiple Premier League records in the process, as well as scoring 12 in 11 Champions League games. He has very quickly established himself as one of the most dominant strikers in world football, and alongside Pep Guardiola there really is no guessing just how good he could be. Haaland is in contention to win the Ballon d'Or after winning the Golden Boy Award in 2020. His dominance has rightly been recognized in recent weeks, with numerous individual awards coming his way. The argument for Messi winning the award is of course his sublime achievement of lifting the World Cup last winter. The World Cup is the pinnacle of football, and so it is only fair to consider it when choosing a Ballon d'Or winner. But should players whose nations didn't qualify for the tournament really be punished? Norway didn't take part at the Qatar event, having not made it through qualifying. And while Haaland has been banging in goals for fun with City, Messi has recently moved to Major League Soccer, a league which few would argue is at the level of the Premier League. Very few football fans would fail to crack a smile if Messi were to claim an 8th Ballon d'Or, but the fact of the matter is Haaland has been on a different level for the past year, and if the prize is to be judged fairly, then Haaland should win. Manchester City duo nominated for Premier League's August Awards. The Premier League have today confirmed the list of nominees for their Manager and Player of the Month awards for the month of August. Manchester City became the only club in this season's Premier League to maintain a 100% win rate upon reaching the first international break of the season, defeating Burnley, Newcastle United, Sheffield United, and Fulham. 3 of those wins came during the month of August, and now the Premier League themselves have recognised the stellar performances of the reigning champions by nominating 2 of their names for the end-of-month awards. In the opening contest of the campaign, Manchester City moved past newly promoted Burnley with relative ease courtesy of a 0-3 scoreline at Turf Moor, following up that victory with a 1-0 success over Eddie Howe's Champions League qualifying Newcastle United. The month was rounded off with a victory at Bramall Lane, as a late winner from defensive midfield mainstay Rodri ensured that Manchester City came away from Sheffield United with all 3 points. Rodri has become Manchester City's first nominee for a Premier League monthly award this season, following his exemplary performances across the opening matches for Pep Guardiola's side, a continuation of his fine form towards the end of the last campaign. The Spanish defensive midfielder was on the scoreline in the opening game of the Premier League season, complementing Erling Haaland's brace at Turf Moor with a goal of his own, smashing home from close range to register City's 3rd goal against Burnley. While Rodri is often known for his metronome-like work at the base of a City midfield trio, the goals kept coming for him, as his 88th minute strike at Bramall Lane sent the travelling support wild in the perfect response to Sheffield United's 85th minute equaliser. Rodri has been nominated for the August Award alongside Nottingham Forest's Taiwo Awoniyi, West Ham United's Gerard Bowen, Tottenham Hotspur's James Maddison, Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo, and Brighton Hove Albion's Kaoru Mitoma. Unsurprisingly, given Manchester City's 100% winning record in the English top flight so far this season, Pep Guardiola is among the nominees for the first managerial accolade of the campaign. The Catalan boss is up for the award against Arsenal's Mikel Arteta, Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp, West Ham United's David Moyes, and Tottenham Hotspur's newly appointed head coach Ange Postecoglou. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.